Welcome to Safe Space. Safe Space is a place for a young woman where we share the real stories, we share the real issues that affect us. We talk about the hard conversations, we respond to those hard questions, and we learn from each other. So I welcome you all to Safe Space. My name is Livia Arinda, and once again I'm bringing you a serious topic because one of our aims in our generation is to empower women. But then there have been some claims that women empowerment has led to family breakages. But we want to see, is it really true? Has women empowerment led to family breakages? Are we looking at the real, true empowerment, or we are misunderstanding everything around empowerment? So if you know you like this, I know this is a place you're supposed to be. Remember, we are at Namaste restaurant in Kamocha behind City Oil, and it always has those nice places for your parties, for your weddings, for meetings, family outings, dinners, you know, birthday parties, everything, as long as you want to keep those memories. You can see the kind of setting we are in. It's more private, even if you come with your your friends and relatives, or maybe your partner, and you really want to have those private conversations in a quiet place, in a cool place. And even when you want to come with your children, there's a place where the children can pray from. So Namaste Restaurant is a place for you. We are located here behind City Oil, Kamocha. So, and even when you go, these days we have Google Maps, you just type in Namaste Restaurant, you will see it automatically. So I welcome you all. I look forward to seeing you, meeting you one day here at Namaste. And before we go into our topic today, I want to request my team here to introduce themselves. Then we handle the issue. You're most welcome.
Thank you so much, Madam Lydia. My name is Ayela Edron, and I'm the General Manager of Namaste Kampala Restaurant and Bar, just behind City Oil, Kamucha, next to the British High Commission. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Arinda, for hosting us. My name is Betty Takali, and I'm a law student at the Uganda Christian University. I'm also a student leader, and I'm currently serving as the Deputy Speaker of our Guild Parliament. But I'm also a member of Girls and Mentorship Space, and this is a space that gives a platform to girls to be advocates for the pertinent issues affecting our communities, but also to be part of the decision-making processes and to shape policies. And I'm excited to be here. Thank you.
Good to have you on the show.
Amazing. I thank you very much for inviting us and inviting me specifically. I appreciate. I'm Joan Chihembo. I'm a life relationship coach. I am a mother. I'm a wife. And I also do talk about relationship coaching. I have a group of people that I do coaching with, and also create information that is free that I put on my YouTube channel, that is Joan Chihembo. You can check it out, and I'm glad to be here.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you.
So good that we have you as a mother, as an empowered woman. You're going to tell us why your family is still standing, yet people are claiming families are broken. So, but before we go deep into our topic, we would like to first understand, because I believe maybe one of the reasons why all this is happening, maybe we are misunderstanding empowerment. So what is the true meaning of women empowerment, or true meaning of empowerment?
All right, so empowerment, looking from our history, when we get a link from our history, previously women were considered to be a vulnerable group of people. They were considered to be people who are supposed to be in the kitchen, people who are supposed to be in the garden, people who are supposed to only produce children, right? But then when we see our different laws coming in, we see affirmative action. The 1995 Constitution really advocates for affirmative action, but also to ensure that women get out there, right? So I think true empowerment is being in position to give women the power, but also the platform to be in position to be part of the decision-making processes that we have in our country, but also to have an impact on the society. And for me, that is true women empowerment.
Wow.
True women empowerment? Oh my goodness. To me, I feel I have just 3 to discuss about it. It is giving confidence to this woman, giving her freedom and opportunity. But this opportunity that you've given her, it is in so many spaces that you're going to give her. It could be career, it could be family, it could be work or academics. And so if you've given the woman the empowerment to be able to freely speak out, then don't refuse her the freedom after speech. You get what I mean? Right now, empowerment is, I've given you the freedom to speak, but then you don't have the freedom after speech.
Speaking.
After
What do you mean by that?
What I have said right now, I can say it freely here. But after saying it, they can grab me because of what I say. But I've been empowered to speak out myself. But then after saying it, it is, for you, you did this. So I feel woman empowerment is give her the freedom, give her the confidence that when she speaks out, that is her mind. She has spoken out her mind. And then the opportunity that in case of any career, in case of anything, the family, can she take up the role confidently.
Wow.
That's woman empowerment for me.
Wow.
Wow, woman empowerment. According to me, let's don't just only focus on about freedoms, and we should also look at that they are able actually to what they call careers and then the goals, right? Because you will have the freedom and the rest of the things, but we should also look at a career, because when someone has a career, meaning a woman is having a dream for what they want to be. To me, I see that's the best way we can really define the true meaning of empowerment to a woman.
So if that is the meaning of empowerment that we need to take, if that is the true meaning, then why is it that sometimes people equate women empowerment with disrespecting men, with the, breakages? Why do they look at the negative side sometimes?
I feel a woman who equates her being empowered to a competition with a man, that what a man does, a woman can do better. I want to call it shallow of a woman, because I feel everyone is given their roles as a woman and as a man, and you can all thrive in them separately. We can all thrive by being education. You're an educationist, you are good at your career, you are good at your family, but then you're not comparing yourself to the man. You can actually do your own thing, not waiting for what a man can do, that for you, you do it better. And also for men, their perspective of feeling that if a woman has got financially empowered, I think that's where we're getting it wrong. There is financial empowerment, and then there is being empowered as a woman, to speak out when it is, you're not stopped from speaking out, you're not going to just get in the kitchen, you can actually be a good mom, but again, a good boss. You can be a person who is so assertive and ambitious, but again, be submitted to love. So I feel as a woman, empowerment is not supposed to be a competition.
So it should not be competition or rebellion.
It's not supposed. If you're empowered to speak out, if you're empowered to go and work, then it doesn't stop you from remembering that you're a wife. When you reach home, you serve. The hierarchy is there. You serve your husband. Don't want to say you want your children to call you Madam, Madam, because at work they are calling you Madam. So it is you getting to know your roles as a woman who is empowered, sit in those roles. I am a mother here, I am a wife here, and I am a boss here. Dominate those spaces, because you're capable. The Lord has blessed us with flexibility. We can get this, get that. But the whole, if you, as a woman, if you want to sit and say, I am financially stable, I don't need a man, or I don't need, then the empowerment is different. I think that's where men and women are wondering, getting through the lines, and the women who are financially empowered, and then the women who are empowered by getting the freedom and the confidence, and also having those opportunities to work on.
Okay, as a man, there are two things I need to consider. I remember very well when we were still back in the days at school, there's a topic which is called African Traditional Society. That really talks a lot, because to some extent there are some policies I think at that time was going on, like a woman is not supposed to climb the trees and so on. So now that was those days. Now there's another thing you need to consider, that is modernization as per now. You understand? Those days there's a lot of things which was really talked about women, and there were boundaries. If you're to be called a woman, these are the, you know, the things you need to follow.
Yeah.
All right. So personally, one thing we need to look about is the reason why some men still call themselves to be a man above all is we have some people who are still following
The African,
because those were their elders. They believe that they have stayed so long more than them, and you know, not to follow what they are teaching or preaching every day. That will be also what they call disrespect to their clan, or to, so that belief is there, that some people really have the need to, they always, what they call, they respect the culture which they have. So if you find such a man who grew up in such a lineage or such type of we call that, most of the people are in the village, when you see someone who has really been in the village and been growing in the village, they still have to follow that, because education has come in. You've really learned what it means by women empowerment. Some men take it as also at advantage, because they know, they say when you build, when you teach a woman, you build a nation. Exactly. So someone who is in urban area will really consider it very positive, whereas someone who is in the village will take in a negative perspective. So to me, we need to see what they call the background, how many people came in. Yeah, sure. Literally, to me, that's what I can say.
All right, so I think I'll look at it in two perspectives, yeah. First and foremost, we have what we call masculinity, and we have patriarch hierarchies, right? So in society, of course, men want to lead, men want to be on the top, right? And in most cases, men will always go for women who are weaker than them. No man wants a woman who is stronger than him. No man wants a woman who is going to be higher than him, right? So in the long run, when someone is so empowered, a woman, when she is so empowered, and maybe they get into marriage and everything like that, a man may feel like maybe this woman is disrespecting me, is disrespecting my family, just because they are empowered. Maybe they are occupying a high position at their places of work, or they are getting a lot of money compared to them, right? But also the other perspective is that also as women, sometimes we get into a position whereby we want to disrespect our husbands because maybe we are higher than them, maybe in regards to our education background, or we are getting a higher salary compared to them, right? So it's a two-way thing. And then we definitely have to get back to the drawing board. And then we say, biblically or traditionally, a man is the one who is supposed to lead, and then a woman should follow. So even if you are so much empowered compared to this man, or you are getting a higher salary compared to him, you are not supposed to disrespect him. Yes. Wow.
So true empowerment is not about disrespect. True empowerment is not about what someone is not able to do, whether you're earning much more than your husband, still you're supposed to submit. Yeah. That is a hard one, but as you think about that, let's first go for a break. Welcome back from our commercial break, and we are still talking about women empowerment. And some people say it has caused more family breakages. But then before we went for a break, someone was saying, even if you're an empowered woman and you earn more than your husband, you need to remain submissive. You need to remain a woman and keep your position. So as we proceed, already some people are saying it is not good, like when you empower a woman, then they are relating it to rebellion and family breakages. So what else do you have to say about that?
The fear of a person equating, a man especially, equating empowerment as something to say a woman is going to be rebellion, it comes from misunderstanding one and comes from fear. If we go back to the Bible setting, a man is the head of the family. You will never be a woman, that's for sure. You will never be a woman. And so, if you are a man and you know, even if you're not earning the same amount with your woman, and you step in your position as a man, when you don't have money, the woman is bringing the money at home, but you have a plan as a man. There is a way you're in it with them. Not as a woman, and then because you're earning money, you're the one to plan for the family, and the money is yours. You do this as a man. But also men to just remind them when they're just praying for these women, the ones they want to marry. I want a hard-working woman. When you mention a hard-working woman, so you don't want to see results. Wait a minute. This hard-working woman is going to bring results at home. So if she starts bringing results, why don't you get happy that this woman is bringing in the results of the hard work that you prayed for? So sometimes it is just a misunderstanding, and then the society, when someone just puts a little thing in your mind, it stays there. You cannot unknow what you know already. If someone says, your wife started dressing up like this, you see, it's because she has started working. But then her workspace sometimes requires her to put in a certain way. So the man is going to carry this. You started dressing up like this certain way, a dress on a Monday. Then you used to just be in pants on a Monday. But then the job requires. So sometimes it is just coming from fear that the society has put. Someone who met an empowered woman who knew that being financially empowered is then controlling the house, you're going to make the other men fear that other women are like that. But there are some women who are highly powerful. But when she gets home, you're like, wait a minute, you can't be the CEO of the best company and then be as low as serving or washing your husband's feet. You get what I mean? So it still comes from the perspective of fear or misunderstanding that men carry, and then what the world has put for everyone to believe. The man is here, he can testify.
However, today as men representative, as the youth representative, as the boys representative, we need to also look at different aspects how this empowerment has come. This one I'm looking at a very positive one. We talk about today, you can see contribution of achievement of the women has really diversified to a large number. Because I can put this politically, socially, and even economically. Let's start with the political part of it. When you take a country like Tanzania, literally you'll see the country is being led by a woman. You understand? Without fear or favor. It is being led by a woman. With women empowerment as well, there has been a bit of reduce of, let me say, poverty to some extent. Because when you educate a woman, you educate a nation, and this comes with job. Because when they study, some of them, they are lucky they end up as business women. You know, this has been able even to employ men into the company. So we can talk about the reduced poverty as well. And women when you move all over the countries, you'll even live along the leading also. Let's talk about hospital part of it. You'll find nurses, you'll even find doctors. Those are all women. Because to be honest with you, if you're to put women and men in the class and being given exam, majority also will see ladies excelling and some men will also fail. So that means what a man can do, literally a woman can
do better.
Exactly. So we need to look at this in a very, very, very positive perspective. That's according to me today.
Wow. And he says something which is, of course, very, very significant and appealing when we look at our political perspective today, our political landscape. Women are really taking up those biggest positions in our political arena. You're speaking about the president of Tanzania, but also us here in Uganda, vice president, she's a lady. But also
and the
women.
prime minister.
And the prime minister. We also have the speaker who is a lady. So we are really seeing women taking up these, leadership positions. We are really seeing them impacting the community. We wouldn't be here. You wouldn't be hosting us here if you aren't an empowered woman, right? So it doesn't only remain in our economic, perspective, our political perspective, but even socially, we are seeing women touching the community, going to the community, spreading love, spreading joy, and it's really a nice thing to empower women.
Amazing. I love jokings and laughings, but I would want to just simplify this whole thing for a man. If men knew that if a woman is empowered, you're empowered yourself. It would be like an easy world. Let me tell you, if a woman came with that money, and that money she knows for sure you're going to determine where it is going to go, you're sitting down on the table and you're planning for this money together. She is going to give you everything. We have seen men say, when a woman loves you, you're going to eat her own everything. Why don't you use that as a trick, as a man? Use that as a trick, because it's the only way. An empowered woman will still submit because it is biblical. We still submit to this man. So as a man, stop having that fear. Use that to your advantage, that you have this woman who is empowered. We can sit down and plan. But most of the times, a woman is thinking, when I give you that money, the next thing, the bar is going to close because you have got the money. So the next time, she's looking at the future. She's not looking at you. And that is her whole thing of the man feeling, the woman being empowered. She should be maybe at home, then she would be getting exactly what I am bringing, waiting on the table.
Wow. As we still continue with that point, because I want you I want us to explain it more better, because it has been a common question and a fear about for some men, because they feel insecure that when these women are empowered, maybe not be able to control them.
They are fearing for nothing.
Back to your question, still, the reason as to why men really feel insecure, it's because men have an ego. We all know that, So at the end of the day, you realize that a man will not want a woman who is overly empowered compared to himself. You get? So that ego will always, come in. It will always come into play. But at the end of the day, men ought to understand that, just as Joanne stated, if you have an empowered woman and maybe they are getting this money and they are coming back and they are like, oh, look, my dear husband, this is the money. And so we should plan for it, you get? So at the end of the day, you realize that this is positively impacting the family, and you are growing financially as a family, right? So I think we still get back to the ground whereby a man and a woman, they have to understand, but most especially for our dear men to understand that you shouldn't, feel insecure because a woman is empowered. Use that for your own advantage, just as Joanne stated. Yes.
We need to understand one thing. It's not about the insecurity part we talked about, but with this empowerment also, as course what they call it, has challenge. All right. So first one, for those who believe in their traditional society, All right. So when a woman reaches to that level, you're challenging their norms. That's one thing we need about.
Okay.
There has been increase of challenges and to a perspective as a man. All right. There are following things I'll put across. More important one. Me. Let me give an example to me. My wife, I said, okay, I have a woman, or maybe she's having a very big job than me. To some point, you'll see she's the one doing everything in the house, because when we always grew up and we were taught that there's what they call in Uganda called kameza. You understand my point.
Yeah. And
Kameza
the woman is the one giving you the kameza.
Yeah, not even a woman only giving kameza, but what you could afford in that budget of 10,000 you live in a day, you'll see that one is like only just a mere fuel to a woman. So that's where the challenges now come. You'll ask yourself, what can I do? What will I do? That leads to a lot of things. Number one, separation has also come in, because as a man you say, you know what? Maybe the money even which you are given is not considered. At the end of the day, they'll even start asking you, what are you bringing on the table? Because a woman who is a bit high class, they say class attract class. So a woman who is high class, there's need for more maintenance. You understand? So as a man, you'll even quit the relationship because you'll see like you're not contributing anything. You understand? There'll be divorce, separation will come in, and so on. Yeah, sure.
And for men, they get their satisfaction in responsibility, having a feeling that they're satisfying their responsibility as a man. But I just wanted to be on a simple level, on a reality level of when I was getting married. My mom asked me, "What do you want to? Why are you getting married? For companionship or because you're going to get married to a man who has a blessing?" You know, there is when you meet someone and they're like blessings to you. You're getting to this job they're giving you. You're getting here there. So you are highly favored because of the person you are with, of the network, the social network that they have. So then you get empowered. So as a man, if you're fearing whenever your woman gets to another level, are you going to keep separating with these women? Because then that's a blessing upon you. Look at that as a blessing upon you as a man. That when you got this woman, and so many times you've married a woman when she was lower than you. And then the next thing, she's getting above you. That means the blessing is from you because you're the head. So if in case, put the fear on the side. Why do you want to get married to this woman? Because she was weaker than you, or you wanted to grow together in partnership as two people. So partnership is never who goes first, because you never know who goes first and who goes. But now here it comes to a woman is coming to be the first one to get the money or empowered to a higher level. So as a man, why do you have to get intimidated? Why did you start this institution in the first place? Focus on that so that it can help you. You remove the bias. You get to the structures on the drawing board. Why did I start this in the first place? You get what I mean? That makes it a woman thinking, okay, wait a minute. So when I get some money, you will have to go because you're fearing. I am supposed to keep lower. When they want to give me
I can't be myself because when I be myself and stand out, you're going to fear and run away.
So it is on a reality part, really.
Yeah, but like we've said, like the gentleman submitted, sometimes we don't need, we are not going to blame them for what they are doing because he has told you his side as a man, but this topic of empowerment, it's a wide topic. So we are going to proceed with the same topic in our next episode. But before we go, I want you to think about it. What kind of empowerment do you understand? Are you someone who is going to be worried that when a woman is empowered, you're going to run away from you? Or are you going to be intimidated? Are you a woman who is going to start disrespect your husband because you're empowered? Think about it. And until next time, stay inspired.